Okay, so this is a continuation of the first part of the BUrpsuite Community Edition on the brute force. Uh, Once we were successfully logged in as an admin, as you can see here on the display, the next step is we are going to do a lateral movement to find out other user's name and password. So what we need to do, we're going to right click in this one, right? So once you are successfully logged in as an admin, right, you're going to right click this image, copy image address, and then you can put it in there, right? Now we need to remove this admin and we need to type all of this username, right? 1337, Gordon B, Pablo, and Smithy. All right. So we're going to find out the username, the password of the following users, right? These are the existing users. Notice that once we find the admin account, we can find other users' account, right? By copy and paste the link, the image link there. That's how we hack into others' users' account. All right. So now how we find out the password? So we're gonna go here. We're going to go here, and then originally it was clear. This I don't want to clear it because I just did it earlier. What you need to do, you just need to highlight this and add this payload, right? Add the second payload. Add the second payload because this is the first payload and this is the second payload. How you add the second payload, you highlight this and then add the second payload. From here, once you go to the first position here, right? Once you go to the first position, enter a username here. 1337, Gordon B, Pablo, and Smithy, right? Enter this manually. So this will be your first payload. And then you need to change this attack. Originally was sniper attack. You need to change it to cluster bomb attack, right? Now on the second payload, right? In the second payload, we need to load this, right? I already loaded earlier. So here, you just choose Burnet Top 500, okay? So after you do that, let's see if I can run the attack, if it's successful, if it is successful to find other usernames, right? So the first payload, you enter the following username in here, click add. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then go to the second payload, you load the word list, okay? Choose Top Burnet. And then on the start the attack, choose cluster bomb, right? Cluster bomb allow us to find a combination of username and password, okay? After we finish that, launch the attack, start the attack. See if it's successful, right? Okay. Notice that we find this Smithy, right? Smithy. The username is password. As you can see that the length is unique, right? 4987. The rest is not unique, but this is unique. Now we find out that Smithy password is password, right? So let's scroll down again, see if we can find Gordon B, right? Gordon B. Let me see, what's Gordon B? Gordon B is, let me see, because this is a long list, so we need to wait a little bit. Let's choose Pablo. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Pablo, we find that, right? The unique name, right? Pablo is here. Do you see that? The unique name Pablo is 4985, the length, right? So the password for Pablo is let me in, right? So you need to scroll down slowly, okay, to find out. And then for Smithy, Smithy we already find out, right? For 1337, for 1337, for 1337, here we go, right? For 1337, here, right? The password, no. This is Gordon B, right? Gordon B is ABC123, right? Gordon B is ABC123. Okay, notice that this length is different, is unique. So ABC123 is for Gordon, and then for Pablo is here we go, let me in, right? You notice that this is Pablo, so it's let me in, right? And for Smithy, let me see, for Smithy is here, right? Smithy is password, right? The Smithy, the unique length is 4987. The password for Smithy is password, right? How about for 1337? Let me see if I can find out 1337, right? For 1337, yeah. Well, at least I find 3 of them, right? So this is a long list. That way we may have to wait, right? So we find all of this, right? Let me see. Let me pause the video and let it run again. Hi.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing recording, but
Oh,
yeah.
go back later. So big deal.
So basically, after I run this this word list, actually it's still running. As you can see here, is 227 out of 2500. So far what I found is on the Gordon, right? On the Gordon B, right? Let me see. Under Gordon B, Smithy, right? Let's look for the Smithy. You see the length here, 4987. So the password may be possible is password. And for Pablo, here we can see let me in. You see the length is different again, 4985. And the last one that I found is Gordon. Gordon is actually Gordon is ABC. Okay, so far that's what I found. At least I found 3 out of the 4 username, right? So basically this is successful with the brute force using cluster bomb, right? If we try this one, I'm going to log in here, right? Let's see if I can log in here, right? I can log in here using Gordon B, and then the password is ABC123. Now I can log in here, hopefully. Boom. Now you see the pictures here, right? If I log out, right? If I log in again, and then I'm using Pablo, right? The password is let me in, right? As you can see here. Now we can see Pablo, right? So basically, when student was successfully logged in using the admin account, you can do a lateral movement. The lateral movement is by right click on the picture, copy the image address, put it in there, right? Put it in there. And now remove this admin JPEG. Remove this admin JPEG. You find all the username here, right? The user account, right? The user account, okay? So once you have this, you run another attack, right? You run an attack using, you run an attack on the proxy, right? Using intruder tab, right? Make sure that you choose a cluster bomb, right? Choose cluster bomb, and then you add the payload here. This is your original payload, and then you highlight this, add this another payload, right? Highlight this add payload, and then on the first payload, you put all the usernames, and on the second payload, you load the word list, launch the attack. Once you launch the attack, you find the unique, you run the unique unique length that associated with the user account. Okay. Well, so hopefully that this video is informative. Remember, students need to take at least 5 or 6 screenshots. So what you need to do using snipping in like this, right? You go to new, and then make sure you highlight it like this, right? Make sure it has the date, right? It has the date when you do that. I think that's about it, and thank you so much for listening, and see you in the next video.